talk a little bit either about that place or just about the early, did you think that you were going to come here and all your ambitions and dreams were going to be realized immediately? Did you figure you might have a tough time at the outset? And what got you to this place?
Nobody dreams of becoming homeless.
No.
It's nobody's plan. We plan ourselves, okay, this year I'm going to buy a house, and this year I'm going to buy a mansion, I'm going to buy a summer home here, I'm going to buy a winter home here. We plan that. We never say that in November I'm going to go homeless. Nobody plans that. It just happened to me. It just events, no money, nothing. People cheat also. I think people take advantage also. But those are the people who really help you because they put good things in perspective. So it was near Christmas and the deli I used to work for was closed. Nobody told me because I didn't have a cell phone. You couldn't get a cell phone without Social Security at that time in 2000. I didn't have anything. And this is all pre-9/11. Everything is transformed after that. And nobody told me, and I'm like, oh my God, $3 in my pocket. Subway was $1.50. I said, you know, I can go and have a Mac burger, and then I can walk to Queens, and tomorrow morning I can come. I'm in my brain, I'm only thinking about that. And then I'm walking just one block below Canal Street, and I see a line of people standing outside. And it was New York Rescue Mission. And I'm standing in the line. I asked the guy, he's saying, oh, there's a Christmas party here. It's a mission. And I already have a big fight with the landlords, like the guys who were sharing the room. We were like 6 people in the room, and I had not paid. Because, you know, a restaurant is like so much cash business. People say, okay, we'll pay you next week, we'll pay you. It happens. We know that this is... And I'm standing there, and a woman comes in, and it was freezing. Any immigrant which comes from my part of the world has big issue with New York winters. You don't know how to wear shoes. You don't know how to understand temperature. You don't know what thermals are. Everything is wet. Like your shoes are wet, the socks are wet. You're never warm enough. And you look at Americans walking, and they're walking so nicely. And it's like because they dress up properly. And then she gave me a blanket, and she says, "Merry Christmas." And I had decided that this is never going to be my country somehow. We go down in the basement. If anybody's been to New York Rescue Mission, you should go and see that beautiful place. It's home. It's always going to be my first home. And I'm very lucky Craig is here, who runs that place, who's a CEO, and he's one of my big... He's been my anchor for years. And I went there, and the guy said, are you going to stay here for the night? So I gave my wrong name. You're embarrassed, I'll be honest. You're embarrassed. You're very ashamed. You want to hide your face. And that happens to you in life. You want to feel that you can become invisible. And I go, and he says, you want to stay here? I said, yes. I said, okay, I'll save $1.50 if I don't go back. This is what I'm thinking. And then I stayed there. I don't remember when I came out. I remember exactly going inside, sleeping on the beds. Now everything is changed. The picture you've seen, this is all changed. This is totally changed. This has become so much better. It's like, Craig knows, it always had the soul. But I volunteered in the kitchen. I got my catering order from there. I did my first business from their kitchen. They allowed me to do cooking and take it out. I used to do that. The chef was like, okay, whatever you want. I used to cook for them, volunteer every evening. And I was there. And I think it was amazing when I thought that I can't fall lower than breaking out that ceiling. I fell even lower than that. But one thing you lose is the self-respect that time. You lose your own dignity. And you know, this guy was sleeping next to me, and he was crying all night because he was missing home for Christmas. And he says, my family has thrown me out, and I have no place to go. And there was another guy who was playing radio that, you know, that and the Walkmans was there before iPods. And so he was listening to Christmas carols, and he was crying. Those sounds are so powerful in my mind because I know this, you don't plan this, but this can happen to anyone. But the beauty of this is that you figure out one day that tomorrow the sun is going to rise, and you say, tomorrow I'm going to be on my feet.